U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the post.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Kaufman. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Rich. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Really really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
A give up the middle to Carter. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. To throw on second down. Rich.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Walker.
And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Downfield, and he's got Olave.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Kaufman. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Back to throw. Kaufman. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A handoff for Carter. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Off the bootleg. Rich. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. It looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On third down, Rich. Touchdown!
Van Jefferson
From 17 yards out.
and the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now Cade York for the extra point.
And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He completes it to Olave.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Chris Olave, 70 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rich, throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Looking to throw on second down. Rich. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a give to Carter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Rich. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Rich. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. York now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. And out now come the Seahawks. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Sticking with Walker on second down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on third down, Kaufman. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll work down inside the 45. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Kaufman, right side. There's Likely with it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Now Carter to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. To throw on second down. Rich looking middle, and that's complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Shotgun snap and a give to Carter.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Carter once more.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Off play action. Rich.
Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Back to the ground with Carter.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here's Carter.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Back to throw. Rich. Forced out to his... Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Operating from the gun, Rich. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
York able to send this one through.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Kaufman and Walker with it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kaufman only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw. Kaufman nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Now a hit and a loose football
Inside the 20.
And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Rich.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
To throw on second down. Rich.
A throw to the flat for Carter. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And a solid run down inside the 30.
Running left on the handoff, Carter.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Rich. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Rich.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
The York on now for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Kaufman. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He completes this to Walker.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kaufman over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Kaufman. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. On 1st and 10, Kaufman.
This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Operating from the gun.
Kaufman. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw. Kaufman. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kaufman. Catch is made by Metcalf. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Rich out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hawkinson. Carter straight ahead. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. The Packers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they trail in their ball game at halftime to the visiting Carolina Panthers. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godwin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And they'll run here with Carter. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run with Carter. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Rich.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Rich looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rich. Again, he finds more. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Carter with it.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Rich. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich got an open man finding Jefferson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Second and 11 now. Now they'll run on the draw. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Rich. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. York able to send this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first down, Kaufman. Complete to Likely on the out route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Kaufman. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Kaufman throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Kaufman. He finds his man. Complete. That's Walker. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first down, Kaufman. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 3rd down, Kaufman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. To the right side, this is Walker. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, Kaufman. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Targeting Metcalf. He's had the hot hands in this one. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. To throw on second down. Kaufman got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Walker once more. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings head out to take over once again. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Off the play fake. Rich. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught, and he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and